My name's Lexi Torres, and I'm a program manager on the Outlook Mobile team. Today I'm going to be demoing Outlook Mobile for Android and iOS, and what we've been working on for the last year. We've done a lot of interesting stuff, and we've also been really focused on performance and reliability. So you'll see our app was slicker from the UI standpoint, but it's also a lot faster, and if you guys have it, I'm sure you've noticed some big improvements. So getting started, the inbox we've updated. The UI now supports what we call conversational view. So I'm just going to step into one of my threaded conversations here. So you can see how you now see all your conversations in a more modern format. You can keep the context of the conversation easier now with how the UI is rendering. So we also have this new feature. I don't know if some of you have seen this, but it's been out for a while. It's called App Mentions. So now when you're responding to an email, you can mention somebody that's in your contacts book or in your organization, and it'll add a mention sticker in the message list. So you can see my boss mentioned me in the top email here. It says, Lexi, can you take a look at this? The text we highlight as well so that it grabs my attention. Now once I read the email, the mention sticker is gone. So it helps you with triaging some of the emails that need your attention right away. In addition to the mentions, you can also send quick replies. I'm going to switch to iOS for this. This is coming to Android soon. This will be out in iOS. This is actually out in iOS now. So now I can, from the message, can just type a response. And it's that easy. So your inbox, we feel, is going to be a lot more conversational and easy to use with these changes. Okay.
You have something red. Is there a way to take just the last message and mark it red?
Right now with the current design, so the question was, can you mark an individual part of the threaded conversation as red versus the entire thread? And with the current design, it's going to mark the entire conversation as red or unread. So that would be feature enhancement, yes. Please file a support ticket. Another improvement is you will now see your groups in your inbox. It was a big feature request. So I can go to my groups and I'll see them here, just like you would on desktop. So email is not the only feature to get some love. We also made huge improvements to the calendar. You can now easily share and manage your shared calendar permissions from the app. I'll give you a quick demo. So I'm just gonna, go here. I'm gonna share my main calendar with a few people in my org. This is a live demo, so, this is our dev build. I should have led with that. There we go, now they've been added. So I've added Michael and Tally. They can see my main calendar now, just like you can do a desktop. I could go in and I can change their permissions so that they have the ability to edit. I can even let somebody be delegate of my calendar. And of course, I can remove them as well. So you can also now, we have this feature that we just released this past week for Android. And that's the ability to see people's free busy within the scheduling assistant. So I'll just give you an idea what that looks like. I'm going to just create a meeting here with a few people. And first thing you can see is there's a spinner on the time telling me that not everybody's available at this time. So I can open up my calendar view, my day picker view, and my month view, and that gives me a better idea of when people are free. Now I can see everybody's free. So if you can navigate, you can tap on these icons too. If you have an out of office set, then that'll show up on this avatar as a tooltip with your out of office, which is really helpful. You can also set meetings as recurring now, which was a big feature that users asked for. There's a lot of options here if I want to set up a recurring series. Say this once, I want to make this a weekly meeting. I can go through and configure the interval, configure the days. That's calendar. All right. So, calendar and mail we made huge improvements on. We also did a lot of work on contact management. We heard from users that you wanted the ability to add contacts, edit contacts, and set up two-way contact sync between your native contact book and Outlook. You can do that now. So I have some contacts here saved. These are synced down from my O365 contacts book. And I can add a new contact. I can also edit an existing contact. You can see it's trying to sync. Actually not gonna, there we go. So when I edit this contact, what it's gonna do is it's actually gonna edit the instance of it that's in my native contacts book. And so you're gonna see that reflected back in whatever other apps you have connected to Android contacts. You'll also see that our people card looks a lot better. You can see all the conversations you've had with a contact, as well as your past events, files as well, if you have those in here. Let's see. So that's what we've been working on this past year that we've shipped. I also want to give you a sneak peek of some of the new stuff we have coming out that I'm really excited about, starting to my personal favorite, which we're calling Zero Query. I'm going to demo this on iPhone. So Zero Query gives you all the information you need now in one place. Basically, we're trying to make search a whole lot more convenient for you. You'll see the bottom nav we've simplified, so you have 3 options there. We've heard from users that they really care about mail, calendar, and everything else. They want it to be smart. So now if I tap on Zero Query, I'm going to have this new view. At the top is my top people. These are the people I talk to the most often. We have a fancy algorithm that's actually putting this together for you. It's going to be responsive based on how your inbox looks. I also have my files, my recent files here. You can see I've been doing a lot of planning for Ignite, so there's a few Ignite documents coming up, which is really convenient for me. If I want to see more information on my top people, I can tap on the avatar. That'll bring up a quick search. And then if I want to go another level deeper and get more information on that contact, you see our beautiful new contact card. So another feature of Zero Query that we're trying to surface is this concept of tailored experiences. So those are what these cards are. Microsoft knows some providers that send calendar and emails to you with data on them that we know is important, so we create these cards. We currently support trip types, dinner reservations with like OpenTable. There's a lot more coming down this pipeline as well. If you're familiar with Google Now, it's similar to that. So I can see here that I had a flight to Orlando, and I can tap on this if I want to get it. I actually use this all the time when I'm traveling for work. It takes me right to the email. From there I can get the reservation number, more information. I can even go to the event in my calendar if I want. You can see it shows rich location views, so getting directions, requesting an Uber couldn't be easier. Other kinds of information in here. I can see my hotel booking as well. So lots of cool stuff with TXP. So you've probably also heard that Microsoft made a big purchase this past year called LinkedIn. We've been working on how to make Outlook better with LinkedIn, and I can give you guys a sneak peek of that right now. And this is very, very early code, so. All right, so you'll see my manager's contact card populated, and now I can also see her LinkedIn data right in Outlook. If I step in a level deeper, it'll even give me more information like her school. It'll give me the ability to connect with her. So preparing for meetings has never been easier. You'll know all about your contacts. That's almost wrapping everything up. I have one more feature to show you guys. It's a small thing, but we've heard that it's really important, and I think you're going to love it. Let me go to meeting. Oh. So now when you respond to an RSVP, you can send a message to the organizer, as well as the ability to decide whether or not you want them to be notified of your RSVP. Yeah, I see lots of head nods. Just like desktop, that's a big one. I'm just gonna. You can do that. Should be able to. Let me see. This one's not mine. Forward here. That one we've had probably released about a year and a month ago or so. It's not been out that long, but we've made a lot of improvements to Calendar. Do you guys have any other questions? Out of office? You can set out of office by going into your settings. Tap on your account for O365, and you can set automatic replies here. So for iOS, we don't support this right now. It's a platform limitation, but we are talking to Apple about it. Android, we do support it because the platform, the way it's designed, makes this very easy for us. On the iOS side, it's like once we kick the ball over the fence, we don't have any control of where it goes. Oh, sorry, so the question was, what about two-way contact sync support on iOS like Android? So the answer is that we're talking to Apple to try to get this to work, but as of right now, it's not supported. Yes? Yeah, so big caveat. There are big differences between on-prem and O365 support. Most of the features that you saw today are O365, and that's because we're really investing heavily in the cloud architecture. It lets us do a lot of this within the ecosystem.
Supporting background sync, so that more than just the number of messages come through. So for example, I can see that I have messages, but if I'm offline, I can't get them, even though I was online when they came in. As well as for meeting updates, those don't come through either unless I open the app, so they're minor, not terribly useful if they're updated.
So the question was about background sync and when we're going to be supporting that for calendar and mail notifications. I need to follow up on that for you, and I'll do that after this.
What about S-MIME support?
Okay, great question. So that was for what about S-MIME support? So we're having a lot of conversations. We've been communicating out that we're going to support by Q3 2018. That's our target. Please keep in mind that it's subject to slip, but we know this is very important and we will be investing in it. Yeah. Sir. Department mailboxes, like a shared mailbox. So we have no plans to support shared mailbox at this time. However, if we do, it'll be more of an upstream conversation. As a client, we want this to just, it's something that we should get for free from our protocols, and the one that we use right now, we don't, versus like EAS built into the architecture. But that might change as well. So we've been hearing a lot, it's important. Yep. What was that? Oh, type ahead to move to folder. I'm actually not sure. Well, let's talk about that after, because I'm not quite sure what the scenario is.
So the iOS version is more chat centered.
Yeah.
The way it should apply. Is that going to be coming to Android,
Yes.
or are you getting rid of it?
So you've seen the latest version of what we're calling Modern Conversations is in iOS, and all of that will be coming to Android, and we're hoping that we learn from iOS, and so by the time it comes to Android, it'll be even better. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Resource scheduling, like Room Finder, and then
Uh-huh.
you're able to see availability.
So you actually can do that right now. It's kind of buried, but so the question was about resource scheduling, like for Room Finder, and is that going to be part of the FreeBusy support? And today when you type in an attendee, instead of looking at the attendee's name, you can type in the room name. And if the room is listed in your gal and has FreeBusy supported, that'll come into your availability preview. So like this, I'll show you what I mean. And this is kind of just a happy coincidence that it worked out this way. Market. So like I work at SF1355 Market. This thinks that that's a person, and it'll use our FreeBusy scheduling when checking availability. Yep.
Support for opening OneNote files from the Files browser. Since notes are no longer supported in Outlook, accessing notes in Exchange, I'd like to open notes, OneNote file browser.
So I believe that should work today. Does it not open your OneNote app? Okay, let me take that down as a feature request then. Yes? Huh? Outlook with what? With Task? No, we don't have plans for Task today. You can use add-ins, like we have the Evernote add-in, where you can do some task management, but or to do, yeah, that'll be our big bet is with to do. Yeah.
What about RMS support for creating messages? Encrypt the messages, RMS support.
I think is that part of SMIME RMS support?
No, it's Visual Information Protection.
Yeah, so we actually have a talk about this tomorrow. Let me get the name for you after this. That is something that's on the roadmap. Specific, I think it's more, the planning for it is more with the compliance and data protection team. And so I don't have all the details. The question was RMS support, sir? The question was for online archive accessing, can we do that with Outlook Mobile? That I need to defer to my colleague that works on compliance as well. I'm not sure. Uh-huh.
There was a bug with iOS 11 announcing nothing was announced with Microsoft about it. Have you guys fixed it? Like, can iOS be upgraded, or do you say that now that it won't be anything?
So iOS 11, we're actively testing right now and fixing the bugs. There's a bunch of them. I don't think we don't formally support it yet, but the whole team is using it, and we're finding bugs every day and trying to fix them as quickly as possible. Yep.
Viewing attachments and calendar items.
Yes, that is on the roadmap. That is coming. So we started work on that 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it'll hopefully land sometime next quarter. Yep. Any other questions? Notes? Like Outlook desktop notes. We do not have any plans to support notes at this time. Yeah. Any other questions? Why not? Oh man. I think the best answer is probably we try to keep Outlook simple and focus on calendar and mail, and it's a small app. At least we don't have a lot of surface area. So those are our investments, is like mail and calendar and making them awesome. Notes is like, it's more complex than you might initially think. And I think that we believe the To-Do app is going to become that. So. Yeah. Because of Notes. The native client does it. Okay. It's good feedback. Mm-hmm. Favorite folders, yes. We are working on that. So we're looking at trying to do all up favorites across the different Outlook endpoints. So I think, are you using them in like primarily OA now or like online? Okay, desktop. Yes, we will be supporting favorites, and we'll probably do it in a way that's more mobile centric with like VIPs and that kind of thing as well. Other questions? Yeah. Another question about tasks and notes, and I'm hearing a common theme. No, we're not planning to support task at this time. Yeah, we know it's a big request. It's mostly it's a design challenge. I think we want to make sure that the Outlook app is really good at email and calendar, and we still have a long backlog of things to do to make that true. Yeah. All right. Thanks for the feedback. I'll take that back to the team for sure. Appreciate hearing. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'll be hanging out here for a few minutes. Thanks. Thank you.